working from home as a virtual assistant. And I'm going to go through this slide and, you know, show you what being a virtual assistant means and how you can get started with that today, tomorrow, etc. Before we get started, I do want to remind you guys that I have a book that is called 100 Business Ideas that you can start under $100. It is on the Millennial moneymaking.com website. You guys can check that out. You'll click on the tab that says Start a Business, and the book will be there. The book is less than $5, by the way. And it is really just there to start getting your brain flowing with the many business ideas that you can start, and just to start pulling out your own gifts and your own skills and having you recognize that you can start your own business now and it won't cost you a lot of money. So let's get started. Oh, now my PowerPoint doesn't want to work. All right, going back. So what is a virtual assistant? So this is the Google definition of a virtual assistant. A virtual assistant is generally self-employed, provides a professional, administrative, technical, or creative assistant to clients remotely from a home business. So currently, I work in an office, but due to the virus going around, we are working remotely at home. And so I'm pretty much a virtual assistant myself right now. But I'm going to show you ways that you can create your own virtual assistant business and start working on your own time, your own schedule, and start freeing up your time. You don't have to be at a job 9 to 5, or you can keep this as an addition to your job. But whatever the case is, start creating multiple streams of income so you can start doing the things that you love, or that you can be secure, that your family can be secure. All right, so I have this slide called Not Your Average Assistant. And I have this that I got from the internet, 70 virtual administrative consultant skills that you can have to use to create your own business. So the reason why I call this Not Your Average Assistant is because when people think of a virtual assistant, you only think of administrative work, which is like kind of secretarial work, things like that. But it's so much more than that. Really, anything that you do online and partner with a business or working with a business that you're completely going from home is a virtual assistant, because you're helping another business with their work virtually, pretty much. So I want to go over these things. I'm sorry if you can't see this. If you guys would like this list, I can recreate this list and put it on the Millennial website. Please just let me know in the comments. So I'm going to go over some of the things and some of the differences here. So administrative work, which will be your standard work, will be like filtering emails, basic bookkeeping, sending client invoices, database building, CRM, customer service, send cards, thank you cards or whatever, maybe reaching back out to a client that the business recently talked to, or reaching back out to customers, online research, you know, you can kind of go over that yourself, but the basic things that you would think about in virtual assistant. Basically doing the minor things that a business is capable of doing themselves, but they're outsourcing to make their life easier, because we know entrepreneurs are busy, their lives can be hectic. So a lot of businesses really need a virtual assistant, and it's not so much about expertise, it's just about, I need someone to help me. So if you're good with that, or if that's something that you do even now at your job, a lot of you already do this, and you don't know that you can actually make your own business out of this. You can keep that job and then have your own job on the side, helping other businesses with their administrative work. Now, if you're good at organization, if you're just a person that needs to have organization in their life, that loves to help other people be organized, if you can't stand a messy person, or if you look at junk and you're like, oh no, you need to do something with this, you can do this virtually by being a calendar manager. You can do appointment scheduling, reminders, services, Dropbox. A lot of people's Dropboxes, when you're a business, you keep like documents in your Dropbox because your phone is too full with other stuff that you have in there. So, you know, it's just being completely disorganized. If you can help somebody, help an entrepreneur organize their thing, condense all their files, all their pictures, and the things that are essential to their business, and put them in nice clean files so that it's easy to find. This is an extremely helpful service. So if you are good with that, you might want to be checking into that sector of virtual assistants. Now, email marketing. Email marketing is extremely important to online businesses today, and almost all businesses are online. So it is very important. Anytime that you go to any website, the first thing they're going to ask you for is your email. Pay attention to that. If you notice that businesses are consistently doing the same thing over and over again, because it's very important. Nobody is just taking your email for no reason. Or even when you're in the stores, they ask you for your email. They try to run you down for your email. Email marketing is extremely important when it comes to connecting with your customers and retargeting your customers. So say if you ever been on a website, like a shopping website, maybe Walmart, or for my ladies, even a clothing website, like Forever, I know Forever 21 does this, Fashion Nova does this, where if you leave something in your cart and you didn't check out, you'll get an email maybe a day later from that website and say, hey, I see that you left this in your cart. Here's a 10% discount. So that then makes the customer like, oh, they give me a 10% discount. I'm going to go buy that stuff right now. Email marketing is extremely important to remind people, hey, come buy from my store. Hey, we exist. So if you can tackle email marketing, you're extremely valuable to a company. And because it's very hard for a lot of people, because we hate giving our emails out and we hate opening our emails, especially when you get tons of them per day, like myself, because I always just sign up for stuff. So I get a bunch of emails and I just end up unsubscribing. But I don't unsubscribe to the emails that I find interesting, or to the stores that give me discounts if I just wait for them to give me a discount on my email, things like that. If you're able to tackle that and keep a customer engaged, you can do this for other businesses. So we're going to go on to social media management. I hope that you guys can see this. I'm going to see if there we go. I can move this. Okay. So social media management. Social media management is a whole different beast on its own. I would need to make a whole different slideshow, a whole different presentation, just to really get in depth into social media management, because it is extremely lucrative. It is easy. Anyone can really do it. Well, excuse me. You know what? There are experts in social media marketing and digital marketing. So I don't want to downplay that. But for the more simple tasks, anyone could really do it. You just have to learn social media, learn the algorithms, learn how to engage people into your posts. And it's really not that complicated to do. But businesses pay a whole lot of money for social media managers, because you have to remember, a lot of these businesses were here before social media, and now they have to transfer from being a brick and mortar and just getting foot traffic into now having people come in their store from e-commerce and having a social media presence. And that's really hard for some people to do. Branding is honestly a hard thing to do. So if you can help somebody with their brand on social media, if you're always on social media anyway, this could be something that you should look into. But like I said, this is a whole different beast that I would have to do a whole different video on, but I would be thrilled to do it if you guys are interested in it. So this consists of creating and managing posts, posting and scheduling, it says Facebook, but all social media posts, promoting the page, create, manage pages, increase the following, schedule tweets, schedule Instagram posts, schedule Facebook posts, whatever. I don't know if you guys know that you can schedule your social media posts. I found that out when I really started to look into social media marketing and stuff like that, but you can schedule your posts and it becomes much easier, especially when you have a bunch of clients that you're managing at one time, to schedule those posts and they'll go on time. Even just engaging with comments, it's very important that people comment back. Like imagine when you comment on your favorite Facebook page or you in your Facebook group and nobody responds to you, like you feel kind of rejected inside, or you feel like you don't want to be a part of that group anymore. You feel like you don't want to be a part of this person's social media anymore because you feel like you're not seen. So it is actually so important that you have someone consistently talking back to fans, talking back to customers, talking back to your supporters in the comments, or even answering DMs, answering messages, because people get really pissed when you don't answer the messages. Okay, they're like, I messaged you and you never messaged me back. It's very important for a business to stay on top of their social media. Understand this. This is why people will pay you so much money to do this. Post images, create content. Creating content is a hard thing for a lot of businesses to do. You want to create something that people are going to continuously like, people are going to continuously pay attention to. It has to be visual. Everything is so visual now because people's attention spans are so short. So you have to be able to catch people's attention right away. And I don't want to ponder too much on that because, like I said, that's a whole different beast. That's why I have so much to say about it. But if you guys want to learn more about that, I think once you see the numbers, a lot of you will be more interested in that. Website building. Website building is such a good field to go into if you know how to do it. And really, with all of this, with anything that you do, learn a skill. Like, even if you feel like you're not an expert in that skill, learn a skill and learn how to turn that into profit, or even just learning that skill so that you can help yourself in the long run is so important. So if you can, if you know a little something about tech, or if your children know something about tech, start to get them into these fields. This is the future. These are the fields that are going to thrive in situations like we're in now. They're not going to be shut down. Social media is not shut down. It is thriving more than ever. Businesses, social media managers are super happy because businesses are like, I need to still reach my customer even while this is going on. So being a virtual assistant, these are the type of jobs that are going to thrive. A lot of your other jobs, I'm sorry to say, a lot of the jobs that you guys are working now are going to die out in the next 5 years. You have to get on this e-commerce wave. You just have to. I'm sorry to say that this is just the way that the world is going today. You have to figure out a skill, find your place in the e-commerce world. It's just important that you do that. Okay, so anyway, support and develop WordPress, Wix, etc. Creating new pages, site analysts, keyword searches, landing pages setups. You know what a website building is, of course. Now, designing, for those of you who are creative, this can be, this doesn't list this here, but like graphic design. I just paid someone like $50 for graphic design just for them to do a graphic for me, because that's a skill that I just don't have. That's a talent. I can't draw. I'm not artistic in any way. So, if you could do graphic design, if you could do any type of design on the computer, Photoshop, do you know these people on Instagram really pay people to Photoshop their pictures for them? It's nuts. Designing logos. We talk about logos a lot in our group. If you can design logos, banners, icons, ebooks, if you can do a design for the cover of an ebook, amazing. Anything like that. And now content writing. Now I'm going to bring up ebooks again, because I don't know if a lot of you know, but a lot of people that create ebooks actually do what's called ghostwriting. And so they hire a freelancer to write the book for them, but they just give them the topic. And sometimes the freelancer does all the research and the author just kind of slaps their name on the book. Or sometimes the author will actually talk into their phone and give topics and kind of points that the ghostwriter would put in the book. But really, as a content writer, you're the one creating the book. Now, that's just one field. But if you're a great writer, and I've seen a lot of you in the group who are amazing writers, start to get into content writing, whether it's book writing, whether it's blog post writing, whatever it is, even if it's creating captions. Like, it's very important, especially when we go back to the social media thing, to have a good caption. You have a good caption, you have a good status post, you're able to create good content, and just keeping people engaged is so important. I mean, being a writer is just as important as it has always been. So you just need to learn how to take that now onto the online world to really grab people's attention, because people don't read as much anymore. They just want to see flashing pictures. So if you're able to create content that keeps people kind of sucked in to what you're writing, that's amazing. So yeah, blog post writing. A lot of companies doing a blog is really a lot of writing, and if you don't like writing, it's very hard for you to run a blog. So a lot of companies pay you a lot of money, and people who do content writing for blogs, they get paid per word. So they'll get paid a different amount for 5,000 words than they would 10,000 words. And like I said, very lucrative. SEO is crazy. The SEO industry, I think people are getting overpaid for doing SEO writing. SEO is search engine optimization. So it's basically when you type something in on Google and the first website that pops up to you, that's SEO. Somebody knew how to target exactly what the average mind would be thinking and looking for when it comes to a certain topic, and their thing pops up first. That means they get the customers first. SEO is crazy lucrative, and there are professionals in SEO. So if you can just learn that even a little bit, trust me, you're gonna get some money. So press writing, release, newsletter writing, which also goes with email marketing. If you can keep people drawn into an email, because you guys know that you guys don't really read your emails that much, but if you keep somebody drawn into an email or even get them to open the email, that's extremely important. And copywriting, sales, copy, things of that sort. So sorry I took so long on this portion, but I think it's so important that you recognize your own skills and how you can use it to build your own virtual assistant business. Now, startup costs. Your startup cost is usually $0 in investment. The only time where you would need to put money up is if you don't have a smartphone, you don't have a laptop or a desktop. And even with a desktop, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that if you're going to do work like this, that you get a laptop. Laptops are not that expensive. I bought my laptop for under $300 from Walmart, and then plus I got a Walmart discount. So it was like $250 or something like that. And it's good enough for me. I could do my schoolwork on it. I can handle my business on it. I don't need a MacBook. I don't have a MacBook. I got a nice old Dell, and I'm good with that. I don't need to pay $1,200 for a book. For a laptop. That's ridiculous to me. But if you're that type of person that you just need to have the latest of the latest, then you're looking at like your $2,000 investment for a laptop. But most of us, if you're viewing this video, you have a cell phone or you have a laptop or you have a desktop, you have something. But I would recommend that you do have a laptop, but most of us do, because with this work, you don't want to just be trapped in the house. If you want to go and have coffee at Starbucks, you want to bring your laptop with you and you could be working. You could be out being active and working all at the same time. That's the whole point of this. So if you have that, then your startup cost is $0. Now, in the long run, when you start really building your business and you really want to get yourself out there and you want to start expanding, you're going to need a website. I always tell you guys how important it is for you guys to have a website. And just a little reminder, I will help you build your website. I prefer to use Wix because it's much easier for if I build you a website, you need to go back or say months later, you want to tweak something, you want to add something in. It's much easier for you to maneuver, especially when you are not tech savvy. Wix is the easiest thing to maneuver, and I just highly recommend that for people. WordPress is extremely technical. And you have to be, like I said, if you're not a tech savvy person, you really don't want to mess with WordPress or anything like that. But Shopify, Wix, those are the easiest ones to maneuver for you, for your customer, and for me. So I will help you build a website, but you need a website for later on when it comes to expanding. So websites are going to run you about probably $25 to $30 per month, but we can all afford an extra $25, $30 per month, because I promise you, you pay more in food than that. You pay more in coffee than that in a month. So you might have to rearrange some things in your life, but you need a website. Some softwares, if you're managing multiple clients at one time, you want to stay organized, you want to make sure that you respond to everybody correctly, then you might have to invest in some software, some websites, some other softwares, some managing softwares later on, but that's not something that you need to start up. And outsourcing, we're going to talk about outsourcing a little bit later in these slides. That can be a cost. If you want to expand your business, you have to outsource. But your startup cost, if you have a laptop, is nothing. So how much do VAs actually earn? So remember, we were breaking down the different things that you can do as a virtual assistant. This is why I wanted to go so hard and wanted to spend so much time on that portion of it. So you want to You want to look, that's why I said learn skills, because if you look on the standard side where the hourly pay is, and you look at the premium pricing, it's a huge difference. So if you just learn some of these skills, you can jack up your income by the thousands. But if you just want to do the administrative work and you just need an extra little money coming in, you just need some extra money along with you working your 9 to 5, then you might want to stick with the standard pricing. The administrative pay is going to be between $15 to $30 per hour. The average that I see is $20 an hour, which is pretty good. So especially for that just being like a second income, or even if you do work that full time, you're sitting your butt at home, $20 an hour is pretty freaking good money. To me anyway. I think $20 an hour is pretty okay for you to just sit at home. So, or the organization I would say kind of falls in the same respects as being a regular administrator does, because you don't spend so much time on organizing. So I would say it is probably about $15 to $35 an hour as well. Now, when we jump over to the social media managing side, $300 is lowballing yourself, okay? But if you want to get your feet in the water, you want to get some experience, $300 per month per client. And what I mean by that is you will probably tackle on a good 7 clients. 10 is really spreading yourself way too thin, but 5 to 7 clients per month, right? So if you're doing 7 clients times $300, that's $2,100 per the month, and that's a low ball price. But mind you, you're not taking care of one client. You will take care of multiple clients throughout the entire month. So, but usually on the average, social media managers earn, and this just kind of depends on like your expertise or what you add on to that. When you add other things such as email marketing, you add design, content, your own content creation, your own content writing, you get to really jack up your prices a lot more. So big companies are definitely paying $5,000 a month to social media managers, for sure, for sure. And on the average, I would say about $1,000, you'll be making like $1,000 to $2,500. If you are at a level where you're comfortable with social media managing, you know what you're doing, it's easy for you to make $1,000 to $2,500 a month, and that's upfront, by the way. That's upfront. Here's your $1,000. Not like they pay you throughout the month. No, $2,500 right here, whatever like that. And mind you, that's one client per month. And usually these clients will settle on doing like 3 months in a row, so you can secure your income for the next 3 months. So it is a lucrative business to get into. Website building, $70 for something like a landing page, something small, and that's just per project. You can build a landing page in about 30 minutes to an hour. So say if you have a few of those a day, you're making some good money. Now on the high end, if you're making a very complex website for someone, it can very well, easily, you can charge $500 for it. Easily. If it's very complex, it takes you a couple days, yeah, for sure. Designing, so it really just depends on what you're designing. If you're doing like little content creating posts, things like that, that can do like $25 per post. Easy. If you're doing things that are much more advanced in design, $700. It just really depends on who you're working with. And the fun thing about this all is that you set your own price when it comes to the premium packages. When it comes to the standard pricing, you kind of have to go with what the market says, or else somebody will underprice you. So you really want to add on some of these skills when you're doing a regular administrating job, because you can't really set your pay. You can set your hours, but you have to go with what the market says so that you can get clients. Content writing, like I said, $25 to $150 an hour. Yes, I made sure I backed up all these numbers. I went on Upwork. I did some other researches on Upwork. People are getting paid almost $150 an hour for content writing. It just depends on what you're writing. Email marketing, $200,000 to $25,000 per month per client, because that also goes with social media marketing. So where do you find work? Where can you find these clients that are going to pay you this big money? Or even if you're just doing the standard administrative work, where do you find these people at? So for administrative jobs, which are just kind of the basic secretary type of jobs, you want to sign up for Fiverr.com. You want to sign up for Upwork. You want to do a simple Google search on just saying virtual assistant job, either near me or virtual assistant job hiring. You want to go on job sites. So Indeed, Glassdoor, those types of places will absolutely give you the options for virtual assistant offerings. And a lot of businesses are looking right now because, of course, offices are closed and they need to find a way that I can keep my business rolling online. So I would jump on that. That's something that you could start right now, because a lot of it, you don't need even experience in it, because it's kind of just typing and just handling small things that other businesses don't have the time to handle for themselves. Excuse me. And because you're online, your job postings don't have to be in your area. So like I said, just say remote jobs hiring, virtual assistant jobs hiring. If you want to do that, you can get started with that right away. All right. So where do you find clients that are going to pay you that $2,500 a month per client, or that $5,000 per month? You want to look on social media. You want to find Facebook groups, start saying, hey, you want to join business groups. And as you see people kind of talking about their problems with social media, or start posing questions like, does anyone need help with their social media? Things like that. Trust me, I've seen a lot of people get clients that way. I'm in a lot of digital marketing groups. I'm in a lot of business groups, and people will literally post, I need urgent help with my social media. Somebody please. And people line up, or people really find clients that way, through social media, through Facebook groups, through Instagram. But through Instagram, you're going to have to start building your own platform, or start hitting up other businesses that you see that you kind of want to go through their Instagram, analyze it, and say, hey, I see that they have a problem area here and I can help them with that. Or I see that they don't respond to their people fast enough, I can help them with that, and shoot them a message and shoot your shot, go there. LinkedIn is a good way for you to get high-paying clients, because these are professionals on there. These are businesses that are making a lot of money that can pay you those types of prices. Like I said, this is something I would have to really go in depth on. Upwork, Fiverr, there are social media managers on these websites. However, they do charge a smaller cost than what you would as your own business, because they're competing with one another on that site. But they still charge about $150, $250 per month per client. And if you look at the reviews, you can see that they have had about 500 clients. So, cold emailing or cold calling, meaning that you call up to a business and you say, hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm a social media manager, blah, 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 blah. I checked out your website, I checked out this, and I really think that I can help, yada, yada, yada. Or you can shoot an email that way. It might be the more old-fashioned way of getting business, but it still works. Or even just going into a business and saying, hi, my name is so-and-so, start giving out your business card, putting yourself out there. Mind you, you have to do a little bit more for a lot more money, because that's just what it is. You can't just do nothing and get $5,000 per month per client. You got to really put yourself out there and build yourself, build a brand, etc. Go to networking events. Start going to networking events where there's business owners, entrepreneurs there that are looking for people to help them out. Or just, just start talking and just say, hey, yeah, I manage social medias and blah, blah, blah. And you'd be surprised how many people get clients that way. And then once they get that client, that business will tell their friend who also owns a business, hey, I have this girl, she's amazing, blah, blah, blah. Or I have this guy, he's amazing, you should work with him. And that's how a lot of people get their money continuously going. Ask friends, family, colleagues that that own business, hey, let me manage your social media for you, because I'm sure a lot of them need it. All right, and that also goes with everything else. So website designing, I know I just talked a lot about social media managing. Sorry, that was just on my mind. But that goes with everything else I said, like website design, designing, graphic designing, all of those things. You can do that same exact process for all of those. So how do you expand this type of business? Because you always want to make sure that your business is expandable, right? So the only way that you're going to do this is that you grow a team. And I'm just going to touch on this very shortly. This would be something that I have to really go into, because then you're getting into kind of talking about building an agency, and that takes a lot more details to go into. So I will just talk about this briefly. So grow your VA business. You want to start outsourcing. There is no way that you can grow any type of business without hiring people to come in under you, right? So grow a team of people with a variety of skills. So even if you're not good at designing a website, go hire somebody that is. Go find a client, charge them that price, that premium price for having you as a VA and saying, hey, I have an agency, I have a team behind me, and just pay that person. They pay you a whole package bundle because you're going to do a lot for them, right? Say you charge $1,000 per month. You take that $1,000, pocket your portion of it, and just pay out the website designer who will probably only charge you like $150 to design their website for you, and there you go. That's how you grow your team, and then you can build multiple people doing this. This way you'll be able to take on more clients mean more money per month. You can build an agency, and now you can get into start creating passive income from your active business by putting other people in, just telling them how to run it, and then you could step back from it and let them run it without you having to be there and you having to be your own employee. And you can use freelancers, you can use Fiverr, Upwork, just to get all of this done. So what's the benefits of all this? Of course, you can work from home, create your own schedule, get continuous opportunity, work with companies from anywhere in the country, start earning a higher income, work with multiple companies, opportunity for expansion, freedom to travel, and more time to do what you love, the obvious. And so that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys would like other videos in the same fashion, I hope that this kind of helped, maybe better than my live videos, so you can really get the visual of it and see what I'm saying. If you want to know about any other business, please leave it down below in the comments and I will do the research. I will do a video for you and all of that good stuff, and we can have a good discussion and talk about it. I just want to remind you, my book, 100 Business Ideas for Under $100, is on millennialmoneymaking.com. Click the tab that says Start a Business. If you would like me to help you build your website, that is also on millennialmoneymaking.com. You have the link. I'm going to leave the link above, of course, but if you're watching the video, you see the spelling right there, millennialmoneymaking.com, and you can go to the service area. I also have, I will manage your social media if you need help with that, and I will help you build a website. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that inspired you to find different ways that you could work from home and you could work and you could thrive through a pandemic or an economic crash, because I'm sorry to say, like, this, it is going to be an economic crash when all of this is over, but you don't have to be a part of that crash. You don't have to crash with the rest of the world. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Sorry guys, this is my first time using this, so I'm a little confused. There you go.